I think we're live. Hello, everyone. This is Marita Stava. Glad that we finally got this going and started. This is Marita Stava with the Path of Ish. And yeah, there we are. Thanks for your patience. As you know,
Hello.
difficulties sometimes can happen.
You know, when everything refreshes on your computer and you have a new version of an app and then you have to re-enter everything again and you're like, okay, I didn't give myself 10 minutes to get on the thing. Anyway, we're here, we're live, we're queer. Ha ha. So
true.
Today has been a little bit of a pause day. I think it's good. Everybody needs pause days. My name is Love. Oh, my name is Love. My name is Love with Rose by Design.
Maybe.
My name is Rose with Live by Design.
Hey.
And this is Ice Cream Sundays with Nougats of Truth.
There you go.
I might have to talk really carefully today to not switch my words around. And we are here every Sunday at 6 p.m. San Francisco time. Last Sunday, we were preparing for a hurricane. And thankfully, we did not get hit. None of the islands got hit very badly. They did, other islands got a little bit more than us, but nobody got it really bad. Super grateful for that. Right now, we've got pigs running crazy on our property and destroying a bunch of stuff. If you don't know anything about invasive species and why they're so damaging, this is a good topic for today. We're going to talk a little bit more about this later. But for today, while Marita is just finishing up some production stuff that has to happen once we go live, we are going to be doing what we do every week, single card readings on a topic of your choice, a focused topic of your choice, and ice cream chakra clearings. So we do distance energy work. That is what the chakra clearings are. And the single card readings are self-explanatory, but the twist for us is that, you know, if you hop on and you're used to just being like, hey, pull a card for me if you feel moved, that's not really how we do it. We generally will go in order, you know, so if you request first on the list and you give us all of the elements of a request that we ask for, then you will be first on the list. And we go in order. We actually try to go back through you know, Marita tries to keep track of the comments and write everybody's name down and what you want. So let me tell you what the anatomy, look at, this is one of those funny little wands. Did you guys ever have these when you were a kid? I loved these, and I saw these little ones. It's kind of small, you can see. It's like the size of a fat pin. And I had to get 2 of them for me and Marita because they're magical. This is called stimming to some folks. Anyway, are we here? Are we good? Okay. Let me tell you. Oh, I forgot to do that. I have to do that. Let me tell you how this works.
Let's say hi to people.
Oh, there's people. Well, I didn't know. I didn't get to see the comments yet.
Jen's here.
Jen, Katriana,
Veda.
Chris Harris, Marianne, KL, Chris, you are on top of it. Yay. So there's about 28 folks out there watching us like this.
Please
say hi.
Please like our business pages if you, and please share. And please like this. Please send us hearts here so we can get bumped.
Give us lots of reactions because that's how Facebook works. So let's just do a little Facebook thing really quick. If you have friends who are entrepreneurs, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm so annoyed. All they post about is their business and you don't want to buy anything from them. No worries. But something you can do to actually support them quite a lot is when you comment on their post, when you love their post, not just like, but when you have some other type of reaction, it boosts their postings up. And frankly, personally speaking, I think this is something we can all do for each other.
Mhm.
You know, I have tons of friends who are entrepreneurs, as I am myself. And when I see their stuff, you know, when they're trying to sell stuff, I just see it as like, yes, we're all in this together. Like, we can support each other in small ways, in big ways. And it actually makes a huge difference, right? So, let me give you the anatomy of a good request here. Some people are already doing it. Or Marita, do you want to explain, or do you want to just watch the comments?
No, I can explain. So we
You
have
have a little, I think you got a little ramen on your shirt there. Sorry to point that out. That's not too visible.
mouth is here, not here.
Remember that next time.
Yeah, right. So we have
You're feeding your heart.
No.
Oh, that's really cute.
Okay.
I missed my mouth because I was thinking down here.
So how do you get on the list? We have 2 people already on the list, Chris Harris and Mary Ann, and they're asking for a chakra clearing.
That was an amazing pop-up. We just saw a pop-up on Marita's phone that said, evidence of ancient Sumerian immortals on YouTube. I'm like, what YouTube channels are you following? I want to follow those channels. I'd be like, what? Okay, anyway, sorry.
Okay, Jen Ryan, chakra clearing. Okay, number 3. So if you want a chakra clearing, it's pretty simple. You say, hello, I want a chakra clearing, permission granted. That's it. If you want, Rose has energy because she's been relaxed.
No, I'm actually really off. I feel tired, pretty drained today. I think that's partly why I'm acting so goofy.
So if you want an oracle reading, you say oracle, card. And then please give us a very specific topic. We don't do general topics. So no, will he meet me for coffee? Because we'll probably,
well, that's not general.
That's not general. Like, what do you see in the future, or what's going on in my job, or, when will I, just general. So if you have something coming up, like, yes, will they meet me for coffee? You could ask that. You might not get a yes or a no. I'm just letting you know. We just kind of go with what the cards are going. So
if you ask a really general question and we've already we tell you, and then you're just like, oh, just whatever, be prepared that we might have to like inflict some humor.
Oh, Anne Claire's here.
Oh, Anne Claire. Hi. Nice to see you.
Hi, Anne Claire. How are you?
Juan Francisco Esteba.
¿Cómo estás, Juan Francisco?
Carla. Carrie. Lots of people. KL. Okay, nice. People are getting on it already. So if you ask a really general question, like, oh, whatever you feel led to say or tell me about, I might be like, all right, in the future, we have global warming. In the future, I foresee, the cards are telling me right now. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be that sarcastic with you. But we love to have you ask very good questions. And this is a good practice because most people know already. We figure things out sometimes by talking them out, right? So one of the ways I like to think about this is the more you can get at a really specific question that you're asking, after you ask that question, you're probably going to discover that there's an even better question you desire to have the answer to underneath it. Like
and you must write permission granted, because there's a lot of requests right now. Please write permission granted as part of the thing. So chakra clearing, permission granted. Oracle card reading, someone did a really good one. They're selling their home, permission granted, and stuff like that. So stuff like that. So please write permission granted. I know it sounds like we're making you doing double duty, double work, but we just want to make sure. We believe in that, and fences make good neighbors. We believe in good boundaries and making sure that, a lot of people sign up and they're like, what is it again? I mean, think of all the things that you sign up for, are you 100% in? So we want to make sure.
The other thing that it does, and I think I've noticed this personally, and I've witnessed other people notice this as well, is when we become aware of when we are and are not giving permission, it clues you in to when people are doing things without your permission on a regular basis. Very, very frequent practice, right? And it's not to make you be like, oh, they're bad people, right? It's just to make you aware and notice sometimes we have uneasy feelings and we can't pinpoint, why am I having this weird reaction right now? Or do I feel a little uneasy? This is another thing to help you kind of pay attention without having to think about it so hard every time. If you get in the habit of having like affirmative consent, which is what this is, then you will notice when your boundaries are being crossed or when people are not asking your permission to do anything, touch you, do things for you, take things from you, give you energy work, whatever, right?
I can't even read my writing anymore.
Maybe I should do the writing from now on. That's been a
Okay,
problem
let's
since
go.
the beginning. You're always like, what did I write? I'm like, OMG.
Okay, we got now last thing, must be present to win. No worries, and Claire, we'll get to you. Must be present to win. So for example, I'm going to check in right now with Chris Harris, making sure Chris Harris, Mary Ann, and Jen are here, Jen Ryan. And then we will start. So just please write in the comments, Chris Harris, if you're still here. And this is why we keep a list, right? A lot of people hop on and hop off. Hop on, oh, we're doing multiple things. And so we want to make sure that you're here. So that's why we keep a list. We check it twice. We make sure everything is nice. So Chris Harris, if you're still here. Okay, Chris is good.
Marita actually checks it like multiple times.
Jen Ryan is here. Good. And Mary Ann, let's make sure that she's here. Let's start with Chris Harris. We got 3 chakra clearings in a row. 3 chakra clearings in a row.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
And just so you know, full moon, if you are one of those people who feel the moon, feel the moon.
Marita feels the moon.
Oh my God, do I feel the moon? And so Rose and I have started. Oh, thank you. Oh, good. Just put it there. Mary Ann, good. Rose and I have started doing, what's these say? Full moon and dark moon or new moon ceremonies. We have one tomorrow. So if you're interested, hashtag moon, and I'll send you the info. Drop in is less than $20.
It's a really great topic. We'll tell you a little bit more about it later.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Harris.
Let's go.
In the hizzy. I'm actually getting a snow cone vibe for you, Chris Harris. What flavors though? I think it's one of those rainbow snow cones. So flavor is sort of like a strong word, right? Because all of those flavors that they put over the top, they kind of taste like the flavors that they say there, and they kind of just taste like semi-flavored sugared syrup, right? I mean, they're amazing. Don't get me wrong. So snow cone. Why did you get snow cone? Rainbow snow cone. Oh, it's really the words that just keep coming up are simpler times, you know? And there's this question that I have for you, and it's actually one that I've used a number of times for myself, for other people, because I think it's like a really, really key question when you get sucked into a lot of drama. Is if you weren't spending all your energy dealing with that relationship or that drama or whatever, if you weren't spending all your mental energy, all your emotional energy, all your physical energy, what would you be doing with all that energy instead? You know, this flavor is coming to you to tell you it's time to simplify your life. It's time to simplify your life a little bit. Really take out the pieces that aren't necessary. And this is not just about being focused. That is also true. Sometimes it's time to be like, okay, what is here that's just taking up extra space? This is also about a temporary simplifying. Like if you just had a week where you could just really, really be like, what can I put on pause for a week so that I only am doing the absolute stuff that I have to do to just like live every day, and then have a lot more space for presence, space for the unexpected, space to sit outside and sit under a tree and feel the wind and actually be like, wow, I'm so appreciating that wind right now. Now, I know that you may not be as disconnected from those moments because I know some of the work that you're doing, but this flavor is coming through for you for a reason. It's calling for both, on the one hand, like assessing where do you need to put your time and where can you take your time away from? And also temporarily, can you put a pause on some things to give yourself and remind yourself what it feels like to not have every moment crammed with something? That's what I got for you.
That's good.
What about you?
That's good.
No? Perfect. So what chakra was that for? That was really for your whole chakra system. You know, it was a rainbow snow cone. It was all of the colors. It was, it was just a general, like, hey, top to bottom, checking in, boom, 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 boom. And notice it's a snow cone, not super serious, but delicious.
I like it. Okay, we got Mary Ann, then Jen, then Carla, all chakra clearings, and then KL. I'll have to try and find your name again. So Mary Ann, making sure that you're here. This is my writing.
I can't even see that, but it's just like this. It's like that. It's like that meme that went around, and people were like, "Is this real or is this like a prank by the Russians?" Where it showed Russian cursive, and it's just like all like this, or tall, lowercase or tall, all the same shape. People were like, "We're being pranked right now, right? How the fuck do you read that?"
Oh, here we go, Mary Ann.
Chakra clearing.
Chakra clearing. Yep.
Mary Ann, what last name?
Cloutier.
Oh, yes, of course. Hello.
Dr. Pepper.
Whoa.
And don't worry, we got you. We got you. You're coming up in. So Mary Ann, Dr. Pepper, kind of like a root beer float. Ooh, I'm liking this. A Dr. Pepper float instead of a root beer.
Have you ever had one? I have.
Yes.
You have?
Sounds actually good.
You have?
I think so. Maybe
I have. I definitely have.
They're amazing, right?
I love all soda floats. My favorite thing about floats is when the ice cream is really cold and the soda is really cold. When the soda gets into some of the cracks of the ice cream and actually freezes in the ice cream because it's so cold. It's amazing.
You're having a moment.
That's a thing.
Yeah. So Mary Ann,
you just look at me like, oh God, my wife who loves food so much.
No, it's I think it's a little bit like Chris's as well, and just, you know, just getting back to, it's not even simplicity, it's getting back to fun and imagination, and having that time to be able to, you know, FYI, if you're still in this hemisphere where we are, and we're in Hawaii, so we'll probably be the last ones to see the light here.
Like, what does that mean?
It's 3, it's 6, it's 9, you know.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
3,
yeah.
It's 3, it's another day in France. It's 3 a.m. in France. So
Right.
for us who are still in this day, this is one of the this is a really challenging day in the Mayan calendar. It's both, it's Imix, which is a crocodile, which is about seeing in murky waters, right? And also 3 is a really kind of combative number. So it's a challenging day. So this is saying, can you just, you know, instead of, you know, running away from the challenge, can you just have fun with it? Can you enjoy the ride? Can you just have just that fun and play in your life? And so this is for your third eye, to stop overthinking, to stop checking boxes, to stop you know, timetables and anything like that. It's just about, can you just, and just imagine that, just imagine the idea of floating, right? That's beautiful, right? To be able to get a nice float and to ease the mind. So this is to clear that out, overthinking, overzealousness, and be able to kind of calm things down. When you can come from a calm place, right? That's when you can connect from the heart. When you connect from the heart, then the path is revealed, right? Then we become human beings and not human doings. Okay.
when I connected for you, I had this really a sense of a very sharp flavor, but it's not lemon and it's not clear to me exactly what it is. So I might have to come back and or message you, because it's not solidifying into a specific flavor, but the feeling that I'm getting is this very intense. It's a very intense, sharp, like cutting flavor, right? A flavor, and meaning like not an angry flavor, but like a flavor that just like cuts through other flavors, right? And the thing that it's making me think of and reminding me of is my friend was talking about how she was filling out online dating profile questions. And one of them was one of the ones that she often noticed that she wasn't the same as other people on. And she liked to go to that question and see what they answered. Like when you look at compatibility, was, would you consider yourself more like carefree or intense? And most people like to say they're carefree. Most people answer the question that they're carefree. And it seems like lovely, right? Oh, I'm carefree. And people are like, oh, great, right? Oh, lovely. Oh, carefree, right? But actually, her and the person that she's now with both said intense. I'm more intense. And when I got this flavor for you, my feeling was that it's time to embrace your intensity as a person. It's time to turn back towards that part of yourself, which is not for everybody. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're like, that you're as easy to like, as quick to like, as carefree. But not everybody is supposed to be bubblegum, not everybody is supposed to be any flavor. Some people are intense flavors. That's the point, and even though I haven't figured out what flavor this is, I think that is part of the message in itself. You don't need to be trying to be the easy to like, I see this in the online world, right? There's like the kind of popularity thing where it's like, oh, but everybody likes this person. Well, because the content, why can't I talk? There's like a character or a personality that it's really easy to like be like, oh yeah, totally cool girl, awesome, you're the best, let's do it, oh my God, let's get together, oh my God, right? When you're intense, you might not come across like that. Don't turn away from that shit. You need to turn back towards your intensity as a person. That is what this flavor is coming through to you to support you in. And that is your heart, and that is your third chakra. And that is all the way down to your root, but it starts at your heart and it's all the way to your root. And it is like, stand the fuck in your power. I'm done.
There you go. Passionate words.
Passionate flavor.
Jeannie, yes, we do have a roof over our heads. Thank you. The hurricane did not come. So moving on to Jen. KL Horvath is here. We're checking in if Carla Angostinelli is here. Jonna, how are you? And then Claire, we are getting to you. We're getting to you. So the next, we're going to do another chakra, ice cream chakra clearing. So if this is your first time, we do one card oracle readings. Write on a topic of your choice, must give a specific topic and ask permission. And then we do ice cream chakra clearings. And so instead of using sound or color, we use your olfactory and gustatory senses to connect yourself to memory in a much quicker way to do the clearing. Okay.
So just so that if you are tuning in, this is Ice Cream Sundays with Nougats of Truth. My name is Rose with Live by Design. This is my partner, Marita, one who catches lightning with the Path of Ish. And this we do on a weekly basis. We also have a few other more intimate offerings. This Monday, we are going to be doing a full moon. Well, for some of you, it will be Tuesday, for those of you who are across the international date line. It will be Tuesday, but it will be anyway, the day of the full moon, whatever day that is for you, Monday or Tuesday. And the topic is going to be releasing roles to releasing to redefine, releasing to redefine. And it's all about rediscovering yourself.
In times of crisis.
Yes, which we are in a crisis
kind of in it
right now.
So if you want to join us, it's on Zoom. It's tomorrow. Drop-in is less than $20. It's less than $16 actually. And if you want to be part of our moon ceremony circle, then you get the recordings, and you get two for the price of literally like under $25. You get 2 moon ceremonies. So we do full moon and we do new moon or dark moon depending on the day. Would love to have you. It's a beautiful little circle. We already have around 4 or 5 already joined, ready to go, and would love to see you. So if you're interested, hashtag moon, and we'll send you the information. If you're interested in a smaller reading circle, we do them 3 times every month on Thursdays. And it's just limited to 5 people. So if you're interested in doing what we're doing right now, right, you get a much longer reading, you build community, people are like becoming friends and like hanging out. It's really quite amazing. Hashtag ice cream social, and we'll send you the details for that.
And both of those, just want to say one more thing really quick. I know you are not all here necessarily to hear about this, but ice cream social is very intimate. Like, it's really small for also being really low cost, and people, you can see the connection and bonds and community that people are walking away with. Everybody says so many things about this. And for the moon circle, basically what we're doing is we're inviting you into our personal practice, so these are times not to be alone right now. And, whether you're alone because of COVID and you're isolated in your space, or whether it's because, you don't have community to connect to these practices with, please find, even if it's not ours, say yes to something that you feel you can afford and start and try, and just try it. Sticking it out and trying and being connected with people over the course of like a little while, it's actually really, really goddamn good for your mental health, for your spiritual health, and for your physical health and your immune system. It is one of the most protective things that we can do for our entire selves, is be in healthy relationship and community. So
community equals immunity.
You are the king of one-liners.
No, someone gave that to me. Really? This woman who's going to join me, she's from England. She's going to be joining on my school that I run.
Oh, cool.
She's a nurse, and she was saying that they did tons of studies that community equals immunity. The better your community is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about herd immunity when we say that, by the way. It's about the ameliorating effects of community on your health. So
okay, Jen, let's do Jen. And we're gonna get to you. We're gonna get to you. I don't think Carla's on here, so we're gonna do Jen, then we're gonna do Anne Claire, because I know you're tired. It's 3 a.m. and then we're gonna go on to KL Horvath. So thank you. We'll do that. We'll slip her into that Carla's slot since I can't find her. Horvath, yeah.
Where do you live? Because I'm pretty sure that's our Bet's last name.
What was that?
What was that?
You want to go see?
Yeah, I'll go check.
We have cats. 6 cats.
I think it might have been one of them jumping down over here, but...
Okay, Jen, let's give you your chakra clearing. Pineapple. I once sang a pineapple song. One of the things that's coming in here, she says Rhode Island.
How funny.
Isn't she from Rhode Island?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know people in Hawaii at KL Horvath? Just wondering. Pineapple. So the big thing about pineapple, we have a pineapple situation going on here in our home.
That's an understatement.
Well, the thing is, the pigs are eating all our they ate all our pineapples.
They're jerks.
And then they're having the effects of what pineapples do to you. So, but this is really about what many people don't know about pineapples is that you save the crown because you plant the crown again. Mm-hmm. And this is about you, my queen, about your crown. Do not give your crown to just anyone. It is time to take your crown and hold on to your crown and not let wild pigs take it. Okay, maybe not wild pigs, but not just give your crown to anyone. As you step deeper into your power, as you keep becoming you, the more freedom that you have, make sure that you're not bowing to people you should not be bowing to and giving them your crown. So this is for your crown chakra, but it's also for your third chakra, right? How you put yourself out there in the world. That's what I got.
Fun fact. So we went down to the area, the decimated pineapple area yesterday. And because I wanted to pick up all the crowns because we're going to save them and plant them to have a even larger crop of pineapples one day when we can actually protect the plants from the pigs. And I am not even kidding you. We had one bag that was like this full of all the pineapple crowns that the pigs had eaten all the pineapples from, and a whole other bucket full of them. So there was a lot of pineapples. There's a lot of juicy goodness that was going to be coming our way. But the thing is, and this is just something I want to add for you, Jen, but for everybody listening as well, is like, give yourself a break when there's a learning curve. You know? Like it's a bummer. We're really sad. There's food that I've planted that I was like, oh, red tomatoes, yay, they're almost ripe. And then I went back out there and they were just like destroyed. I don't know what ate them, but anytime a tomato comes anywhere close to being ready, either rats or birds are eating them completely. We had this other whole landscaping project that we're working on, killing off this big invasive grass patch and preparing to lay mulch and plant trees and everything. And the pigs came and they dug up all of the cardboard and like half of it really. And they've just been slowly rooting all of it up, all the work, right? But this is what happens when you're trying new things. Sometimes you'll be on a streak where it'll feel like, yes, everything's working, everything's awesome. Yeah, I'm unstoppable. And sometimes the pigs eat all your goddamn pineapples. The rats destroy your tomatoes,
And your pickaxe breaks when you're trying to.
Your pickaxe breaks, your cats are killing all the local wildlife. No, that's an exaggeration. That's not happening. But your
bananas are full of spiders, big spiders.
There is a learning curve, and sometimes you're going to be on that downhill like, woo! And sometimes you're going to be on the hill that you think was going to be really easy to get down. And instead you're sitting in the snow like, come on, come on.
I remember being like that.
Right? So I wanted everybody to just remember, I want to normalize the learning curve when a bunch of shit goes wrong, or you put a lot of work in and then you don't realize, even though you've read every article you can read on the internet about it, it doesn't matter. It is part of the learning process. It is part of the growth process. It is part of the adventure. It's part of transformation. Surfing is a great thing to try to learn at a later part of your life.
Transformation.
If you want to be humbled by the learning process and be smacked in the face over and over by whitewater. Got it. All right. Anyway, there you go. Felt like you needed to hear that today, Jen. I know you're on a roll right now, but remember to be kind to yourself.
Okay, and Claire, let's do a chakra clearing.
Let's hit that one more time. Hit it, baby, one more time. Oops.
Strawberry. Root chakra.
Well, that was quick. Are you showing off? Are you showing off?
I'm not showing off. So, and Claire,
obviously, I'm kidding.
I love strawberries. I grew up in a strawberry patch. If someone could grow up in a strawberry patch, I kind of did. Corn patch and other things. And I have very fond memories of strawberries. Also, kids are great at picking strawberries because they're low to the ground. So I think my mother used us as child labor. But but I have this one image that I carry with me forever of my little brother, right? I'm the oldest, sitting there in the strawberry patches, and like he didn't do anything. He just sat there and ate strawberries. Now, the kid was cute, right? Super large head, which he grew into, and would be just sit there eating all the strawberries that I picked. And I was like, what the F, man? He would gorge himself on strawberries and his whole face would be red. Like his whole face would be red. And my mom would joke that she was happy that they didn't weigh him on the way out because of the amount of strawberries he ate. So this again is connection to home, to family, to land, which I know is what you're struggling with right now. And this is about just, to this day, I wake up every day and I smell the air. And sometimes it's a good day to pick strawberries, right? And sometimes it's not. Right? Yeah. And so this is about being able to connect really to the root, to Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth take care of you. Something, a fruit that is nice and low to the ground that she has such a relationship with, right? Let her be the one. Now, there's a lot of techniques of quote unquote how to connect with Mother Earth. I always teach to approach Mother Earth in a formal way and ask for a root instead of just like shooting shit down there or asking energy to just come up. Ask permission. Be kind. She's been here for a lot longer. She knows a lot more than we do. So just stating your full name, asking for the root necessary that you need to help you through the day, through a situation. She knows what you need, and help her help you by allowing yourself to be in a place of receiving, of humility, all your parts in line, in a humble way. Approach Mother Earth and ask for that root, and it'll change your life.
So the flavor that I got for you is Candy Cap, which is a mushroom flavor. But it is an actual ice cream flavor as well. And I was checking to see where it's from. It doesn't look like I'm not sure that you actually have candy caps in France. But I wonder if there is a comparable ice cream flavor, because as soon as you said, this is about connecting with home and, where you're from, I got the same exact feeling, that this is like, it's like when you have such a close connection with the land and the earth and the plants and the animals and the seasons where you live, that you use what is there and it makes the most amazing food. It's the real deal, like, wild harvest to table kind of eating, right? And that was the energy that came through with this candy cap mushroom ice cream for you. This is actually going to be for your second and third chakra. This is for your creativity. This is for your sense of purpose in the world. And it is to help you have more ease and passion in both of those areas. There is something really incredible if you can heal your relationship with the medicine of the place that you grew up. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to stay there, but to recognize the gifts of the medicine of the place that you were raised is really, it's special because it's in you, whether you realize it or not. When we grow up somewhere, native, non-native, transplant or no, a certain amount of the medicine of that place is going to be inside of us. It just will. I mean, it becomes a part of us to some degree, especially if you eat any kind of local foods, all of those molecules of all of those things that you grew up eating, like they're in your body, they're a part of who you are, so this ice cream is coming to you to support you in healing that relationship and in really being able to use that energy in a way that is beneficial to you, that feels more in flow. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
I hope that was helpful for you. I'm glad that you caught us. It's so lovely when we catch you on here. I know the time is an odd time for you. So
I hope you can sleep. Okay, KL Horvath, are you still with us? I'm seeing if KL Horvath is still with us. Apparently, all my comments are gone. I don't know what happened. So KL Horvath, we're seeing if KL Horvath is still here. Jennifer, oh, good. Let's do chakra clearing for KL Horvath.
Okay.
And then Jennifer, I'm sorry, I didn't write your name down, the one who wanted the card reading about your home. Just let us know if you're still here, okay? And then also Cassandra.
I'm getting Douglas fir tips. It's one of our favorite teas. It's made by this really lovely Wild Harvest company. Their teas are amazing. And whoa,
sorry,
careful. And I just immediately got this feeling of like being in a cool, crisp air and being around pine trees and Douglas firs and like the feeling of, you know, chopping wood, like when the air is cold and you can kind of smell the wood smoke in the air, but not freezing, like dead of winter kind of cold, just crisp, right? And to have that Douglas fir tips, that's like, it's like Christmas. If you could smell the smell of Christmas in a flavor that you taste, that is the flavor of Douglas fir tips. And when I say, I mean like Christmas trees, I guess, really, not just Christmas in general. Some people might think of like more totally different when they hear the word Christmas. So, oh God, what is this for? You know, the flavor and like the environment came through so strong. I think this is just for your heart, you know. And it's really pretty simple. Sometimes having tree medicine to support our hearts and our heart strength, and then the back behind our heart, you know, our spine, which helps protect our heart, our ribs all help protect our heart. This is really to support, this is like sort of a more true, direct, like ice cream flavor chakra clearing, because it's not telling you need this because of this and this is what you have going on in this. It's just that you are getting the energy of the medicine of the Douglas fir tree, which is strong and tall and sturdy and flexible, and that tree medicine is what your heart needs right now. So I'm just going to leave it there. Is there anything else that you...
perfect.
No? Okay, there you go. Sometimes it's important to not overthink. You know, it's really just about sitting with and receiving the medicine without trying to intellectually understand what is the message that's here for me. I don't get it. It's just to sit and receive the healing. You don't have to understand. You will understand if you need to, and maybe your body will just understand and change, and your head may not ever understand, and it doesn't matter sometimes.
Okay. Jennifer is here. And for people, Inese, I know you told me how to say your name. I've lost those comments. We have a list, so we're just going through the list and checking it to see how many people we can get through within the hour. So let's pull, yep. Awesome, she said thank you. So let's pull a card for Jennifer. She's asking whether it's she should sell her home of like 20 years or so, which is her like sanctuary. She has mixed feelings and is emotional about it.
Mm-hmm. I think we maybe should use the other deck. Oh. Yeah.
Again, everyone, my name is Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish. This is Rose with
Live by Design.
Yeah, you know what I just remember.
What happened? Did you forget somebody?
No, I didn't take pictures of the people. Well, hopefully I can find the comments. Anyways, if you're interested in joining us for a smaller rendition of this, we call it Ice Cream Socials. We do it 3 times a month on Thursdays.
Longer readings.
Longer readings, 90 minutes, 5 people. It's a way to build community, to really kind of dig in deep. And
it's via Zoom, so it's not like this. We all see each other.
So if you're interested in that, hashtag Ice Cream Social, we'll send you the link. Again, this is less than $20 to join. And the cheapest thing is to do Patreon. But we also have dropping.
It's less than $20.
Oh, no, it's actually $30, isn't it?
The drop-in is $30.
The drop-in is $30.
But if you join Patreon and you pay for $3 a month, it's actually, I think it is less than, or maybe it's just over 20. I don't remember.
Anyway, so drop-in
is cheap as hell. Okay.
Something even cheaper, not to, whatever, we are all counting our pennies, but also is our moon ceremonies. So it's we do a moon ceremony twice. So we have one tomorrow, full moon, and then we have dark moon. We do record. So if you buy the ticket and can't make it, you do get the recording of it, so you can have your moon ceremony after. And also Patreon, it's about less than $16 to join as a drop-in, and Patreon it's $23 for 2 moon ceremonies, 2 recordings, and you get all you get access to everything. So,
and I want to explain something to you folks, because when we say, oh, it's really cheap, it's not like a sales strategy. It's to let you know that we don't want it to be impossible for people to access support or community.
Mm-hmm.
So when you work with us one-on-one, we are not cheap. Marita is very flexible and will like work with you depending on if it feels like it's the right match and like it's right. But we specifically take this time to offer to the community. We could have quit this a year ago at this point, because frankly, we don't get tons of clients from doing this. We do get some, but what we have done is build a lot of community. We've built a lot of community, and it's really incredible to have community at a time when many of us can't go out and be with community. And we just moved to a new place. So we can't go out and really meet new community that much right now. And we're trying to be very respectful and careful about other people's health and safety as well as our own. And what I have witnessed is that the community that people feel by being in these small groups that we're offering, and by being in our moon ceremonies, by being in my group that I run on Facebook, it's real community. It's the kind of community that you could go and show up on their door. People have offered, people have gone hiking together that meet online, right? It's just what we said earlier, community. What did you say? Community is immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate how important it is. All right, I'll get off my soapbox.
Okay.
So, Jennifer, this is the card we got for you. Patience.
I was like, what does that say?
It's upside down. Patience.
Upside down. Patience.
Kind of annoying that I'm just sitting here making you wait, right?
I'm annoyed.
Are you really?
I'm not annoyed. I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
Patience. Do you have anything to say?
I don't
Would you
know.
like to
I'm like
jump
getting
in?
all of a sudden all tired like a little kid and want to rub my eyes because they're taking so long.
Well, we're co-hosting this in
I
case
know.
you wanted to be reminded of that. You are welcome to jump in at any time.
So why is it upside down? New perspective.
Why is the sky on the top? I don't
I
know.
know.
So
And that's a moon, by the way. I'm calling it a moon.
nice.
Full moon.
It's a little bit interpretive, but I like it. And what kind of crane is that?
Bobby the crane.
Bobby the crane. You heard it here first. What does this card mean right now when you're having this feeling of like, I don't know if I want to sell it? My sense is there is some urgent need pushing you forward, right? There's something that's pushing you, that is like why would you sell this house if you're having mixed feelings about it and it's your sanctuary and you love it so much? Well, there's probably something pushing you forward. There's probably some need you're trying to meet, financial, moving to a different place for practical reasons, job, school, I don't know. But this card is telling you, don't rush it. Even though that need is pushing you, be careful about rushing right now into this decision. I get the sense that there are some pieces that have yet to unfold that will shift your decision making a little bit. So it's kind of like we think we're making a decision with all the information sometimes. And if we hurry forward thinking we have all that information, what happens is if we don't have the patience to wait and just pause for a minute, other information might come up later. And then you're like, shit, I wish I had known that. Oh, if I hadn't just like known that like a month earlier or later or whatever, right? For example, the house that we're in right now. And actually, I'm fine with this. I'm at peace with the fact that this happened. But when we moved here, we didn't know that our neighbors directly to the right owned the parcel that's behind us. And we're planning on turning it into pasture land and a farm and bulldozing directly behind our home, which they started doing within like a month and a half of us being here. The last owners did not disclose a bunch of stuff to us. They wouldn't answer a lot of our questions, actually. We thought it was, because they were in a rush or whatever. The point is, wow, if we had only known that. No, I'm saying this to make a point, because actually, in my opinion, in our situation, things turned out how they needed to turn out. And it has saved us from a lot, actually, of other things that probably would have happened if we didn't move, because we were like, oh, I never mind, we're going to wait for another place. But in your case, something similar, like information that you don't yet have, that you need to wait a little bit longer to get. If you don't have the ability to wait and tolerate the urgency of the thing that's pushing you to do this right now, there may be you might regret it. You might regret making the decision without the information. That is the vibe I'm getting. Anything else you want to add to that? So you don't see anything when you see this card? Bob? What was it? Bob the Crane?
Bob the Crane. Bob the Crane.
Sounds like a game.
Again,
Bob the Crane.
It's just about the ability to see things from a different perspective. There's an old, Rose and I did a session with these. Oh, I forget where they come from. Colombia, the Mauros. Anyways, these amazing
The
Momos, and they told us this story.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just know that they live like in a cave for their whole lives, and then
they decided to come out and teach the world.
Yeah, we did an individual session with them.
Anyways, they told this long story about an animal flying upside down and trying to knock the other animal off. So
it's so convoluted. They kept on. Then she'd be like, "Oh, I left part out. Wait, what?" We're like, that changes the entire story. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. But anyways, it's about that staying power. Being able to see the world in a different perspective, and be able to still stick to the course. So it seems
I don't
that
even remember what that story was about.
yeah, I'm still trying to remember.
Still trying to understand
I
it.
think they were also just confused about us anyways.
I think they were too. They're not super like, they're pretty straight, heterosexually oriented.
Yeah. Well,
I like how you're like, well,
nah,
anyways.
Anyways,
So many people are.
That being said, we are at the hour. I know we started a little bit late because we had some technical difficulties. So this is your last chance to participate. This is our group participation part of the journey here. So again, if you're interested in joining their moon ceremony tomorrow, it's going to be really powerful. #moon. We will private message you. That means if we are not friends, and I will be sending it from mine probably, Marita, they, them, that's what it says. It will go into a notification folder that says asking for permission. So
message request.
So go check that out. I'll also post it here, and it's also on my page as well at the Path of Ish if you want to join. Or if you want to join our ice cream social, only 5 people. It fills up pretty quickly. So
highly recommend. And plus, we want to get to spend more time with all of you in a more intimate setting. I mean, we get to see what you have to say here, but we don't get to see your faces. Yeah. We don't get to hear your voices. So for very selfish reasons, we also want you to be there because our little community is expanding and we love having new people adding into it. It's amazing. It's like being wrapped in with a little blanket into a new space. And you don't have to stay. It's up to you. The moon thing is going to be awesome. Again, the topic is about releasing to redefine. We're going to be talking about how do we release roles that we get stuck in our relationship with ourselves, this idea of who we are, how we're supposed to fit into this certain role, and also in our relationships with other people in our lives, with our communities. And when those roles begin to like crush down on us like a garbage compactor, and we're trying to be like, no, that's not who I am anymore. Right? How do you release these roles that may also give you a sense of safety, a feeling of trust, like you know where you belong and other people understand where you belong? It can be scary, but they can also create a lot of conflict if they don't fit who you are anymore right now. And what we're witnessing is a lot of people in contained environments being unable to ignore the misfit of the roles that they are in. And it's creating conflict because people don't have enough practice, first of all, for releasing for themselves the role, and also navigating when you're in a relationship with other people that are like, why are you suddenly acting like a goddamn different person? Why am I suddenly, you're like asking me like, what the hell? You know, their brains are like, does not compute. And people react. People do. And how do we navigate that, right? We're going to be giving you a little bit of tips on that. Primarily, this is going to be about process of releasing. So this is ceremony. Marita is going to be doing a teaching or plática. And we will be offering a meditation as well. We would love to have you. So #moon if you are interested in that. Our dishwasher is done. #ice cream social if you want to be a part of our ice cream social on Thursday. And yeah, we're only going to do 3 this month. We're actually cutting down the number that we're doing. And that's not because they haven't been full. It's because we're busy.
We want to go snorkeling.
A lot. Oh my God, it was so nice. It's not all that glamorous though. Sometimes we're just ripping out 8-foot tall weeds and stepping over feral pig poop, you know? So, or pickaxing in my case. Final card and clearing for the group, as Marita is explaining in the comments. This is your chance if you, whether you did or did not get a one-on-one clearing or reading, to be able to participate. But just like we did with the other readings and clearings, there's a little bug on the screen. Friend. We're not going to do this for you without your consent. So if you are interested in being a part of this part of our live offering, what we need you to do is either write permission in the comments, or in the comments, you can say what you are calling in and what you are releasing. It's just like a quick little intention setting practice in the context of community, in the context of being witnessed to some degree in community. And taking a moment to reset your intentions, both in the what am I asking for and what am I saying no to, is really, really good to do on a regular basis. And this is one way that we're kind of offering to you to be a part of that. And we are also helping to hold the space for this community, but we are in a community container together right now. So if you don't comment, you won't receive this clearing or this reading because, again, consent, permission, right? So this is our way of knowing, okay, you're in, great, here, we'll give you what we're offering. You don't want it? Okay, cool. We'll do this for these people over here who do.
Awesome. With that being said, Rose is going to pull the card and I'll do the clearing, or do you want to
patient one?
Or would you like to do the clearing? I'll do the card.
Jibba, jabba, jibba, jabba, jibba, jabba, jibba. I'll do the card.
Okay, here we go.
I just imagine sometimes how exhausting it must be for Marita to deal with such a talkative partner. Was that the silence bell? You know what they said? What did they say? The Pacific Northwest is like, you know, has the most like passive aggressive anti-oppression tactics or something. They're like suing the federal government for every 15 minutes the walls around the courthouse are blocking the bike lanes or something. Like they're charging them for it, a fine. Amazing.
The flavor that I got for the group was sandia, which is watermelon.
Watermelon!
If you are in our hemisphere, watermelon. This is the time for watermelons right now.
We haven't had any yet. We should probably get on that.
I hear there's also some black farmers providing watermelons for some of the protests and like feeding people or something like that. I saw something on something. I don't know. I'll give me a slice of watermelon anytime. Anyways, I love watermelon and we're talking about seeds. If you ever work with me, I will talk your ear off about seeds. Why? Because we are all a seed of potential. So what do you want to plant? What do you want to harvest? What are your intentions?
Just like this magical little bean right here.
Oh, Sam's here. So watermelon, delicious, refreshing, right? So part of this is also stay hydrated. Make sure you're staying hydrated out there in the world, you know, drinking your waters and doing your things, and know that make sure that you're thanking water and asking water for permission. Oh, I'm sure next time you turn the tap on, talk to water. It is a living, breathing thing, you know, that to have a relationship with. But this is also, I love watermelon rinds because it's just like, after you slice them and you have them that half, it's a smile. This is a time to smile again. That, you know, that I love. We do, Rose and I do Peloton. Well, we haven't done it in a while because I've been injured, but I love it when the instructors there are like, okay, so now do this, and then the muscles in your face, lift them up. You're right. And so it's you haven't seen them when they're like, no. Yes, they're like, sit up straight and the two corners of your face, of your lips, lift them up and stretch them up, and there you go. Now you're smiling. So I love it, right?
On the Peloton.
On the Peloton, right?
Love it.
So this is really a time to, hey, take stock of everything that has been going on in 2020, right? And be grateful, be joyful. Can you find the joy? You know, in a pandemic, you can be fruitful. You can find joy. You can be resilient. You can be ¿cómo se dice cuando tienen mucho? Abundance. See, thank God she translates for me somehow. So you can have abundance. So this is really saying, hey, we're in that time of, it's not time to harvest yet completely everything that we've planted. It's the time of fire, right? If you're in Australia, you're in the time of the north, which is timing of dreaming of ancestors that remind you of your seeds. So this is a time to be reminded of what we've planted and be grateful and lift those two muscles, those cheek muscles. and have a great gratitude practice.
This is a card that I got for the group. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light.
There you go.
Laying foundations, divine plan.
Laying foundation.
I saw this card, and at first when I saw this card, I was like, I don't want to do this card. But then I realized it was perfect because we were watching The Rise of Skywalker last night, right? And I was talking about with Marita today about, you know, how I really wanted to know what is the most important thing that I can be doing right now for our planet, for our global community, and for what's going on in our politics right now in this country is truly frightening. You know, that movie, obviously, so many movies that we love, the Avengers, all of these superhero movies, Star Wars movies, they're all anti-fascist movies, right? If you think about it. If you know me, you've probably seen me post about this before. But they are all anti-fascism. They're all about these big, oppressive, like, that are trying to crush people and have control over everybody and make everybody kneel before them and stuff. And the thing about this card is it's talking about everybody has a role to play. The other thing I was saying to Marita this morning that connects to this is my jam is courage. My jam is courage and adventure. You know, that is what I love to work with. And it's because it's one of my deepest values. Every time I make a decision, I'm thinking about how could I be more courageous right now? What is the decision? Which choice will turn me towards courage? Right? But the thing about that is that the bar keeps going up because courage as a practice has no bottom. And so when I was talking to Marita this morning after watching that movie last night and being like, where is the best place for me to put my energy, was also, how could I be as courageous as a superhero? How can I be that courageous as Rey in the Star Wars movies? How can I be that courageous in my actions right now? That is how high I set the bar for myself, right? And Marita's like, well, and I was like, it's not about being in the position of having to be the superhero. You don't have to be in the center of the story to be that courageous and that crucial to the outcome. And that is what this card is about. This is the grandmother of Jesus.
Yeshua ben Joseph of Nazareth.
That guy.
A fisherman. No, he wasn't a fisherman. He was a carpenter.
Carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
Even I know that. Why'd you call him a fisherman?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I don't know.
So maybe he was a fisher first, and then he realized it wasn't first for him.
He failed at fishing.
No, he's like, wait, no, he just did it long enough to have a conversation about the like amazing like magic he was gonna do later with like the fishes. And
There
the
you
and
go.
stuff.
Well, the thing is, if you're a carpenter, you have a relationship with trees and tree people. Anyways, go ahead.
The point is, it doesn't matter whether you are at the center of the story. You are at the center of your own story always, first of all, always. If you are focused on playing a supporting role in somebody else's story and not paying attention to the fact that you get to be the courageous hero in your own story, even if it will never show up in any history book, it will never show up on any headlines, that stuff doesn't matter. All that matters is that you do your part. I already put it back in the deck. That you do your part with the greatest courage that you can. I'm going to leave it there. It's been a pleasure to have you all. Like our pages, join my group, be a part of Ice Cream Social and our full moon ceremonies and our new moon ceremonies. They are thebomb.com. They're amazing. You don't even realize how many years of experience we have between the two of us and how many magical people we've encountered who have rubbed off on us even more. Not like that. Disgusting. And we'll see you next time.
Remember to live your life to the sweetest.
To the very sweetest.
Mahalo,
To the
everyone.